Act of Valor, or as we like to call in the gaming world, Call of Duty. Just a hell of a lot more boring. Okay, I'd first off like to apologize for that comment, but I'd like to let everyone know right now that I have nothing but the greatest respect for the men and women who serve our country. Heck, my own father served in Vietnam for a number of years and managed to survive that, and I respect him almost more than anybody. However, there's going to be a lot of references to Call of Duty in this review. So if you're someone who either hates Call of Duty or has seen enough reviews on this movie in which people are constantly talking about Call of Duty, then I suggest you stop right now and go watch something else, because there will be a lot of references to Call of Duty. Okay, now let's get right to the basics right now. This is going to be, as best I can, a non-biased or disrespectful review, because I don't want to seem anti-American. I really don't. But as just a movie reviewer slash critic, I have to give my honest feelings. But in respect, I'm not going to... The score I give this movie is not going to in any way be influenced by the acting, because you've probably heard by now, the acting in this movie is flat out terrible. But I'm not going to penalize the movie for... I'm not going to penalize it for that, because these are not actors. They're active Navy SEALs, so they're completely out of their elements. So I'm not going to bash on the movie like that. However, in terms of everything else, I did have a few gripes. Let's get the good out of the way. The best thing about this Act of Valor is definitely the 3 action set pieces. One takes place in like a swampy forest, which is done really well done and well filmed. The cinematography is amazing. Whoever came up with that, serious props. I mean, you were able to make something that would look really cheesy in other movies actually look real, gritty, intense, with practical effects, with absolutely no CGI done in this movie. In fact, I think I only saw one scene in this entire movie that was like for 2 seconds, have like a little bit of CG, but you know, you could blink and miss it. The second action piece kind of takes place in a desert in which the Navy SEALs are tasked to eliminate a terrorist cell, and then the final and best sequence actually takes place in, I believe, a milk factory on the United States and Mexican border, and that is really when things get absolutely crazy and intense. Probably some of the best action I have seen so far this year. Now, another thing that many people might gripe about the action, but I personally, as a gamer, didn't have any particularly problems with it, is that I believe half of all these action scenes are literally shot in that first-person view that you will see in any Call of Duty or first-person shooter game. That's not even exaggeration. All of them, for about half the time, you're going to be seeing sort of the sights, you're going to be seeing the gunshots. I think even in one or two scenes, you kind of actually see the fuzziness that you'll see in Call of Duty when you get hit. I mean, you don't see the blood splatters everywhere, but you kind of see the person kind of fade and the color change. And so I give the movie definitely credit for kind of being able to mix stuff in games with kind of stuff in movies, and usually that doesn't work too well, but in this case, I think it works. Okay, now that we got the positives out the way, it's time to get to the negatives. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. This is a paper-thin plot that can be summed up in probably 2 sentences. Terrorists want to bomb America, Navy SEALs gotta stop them. That is literally it. There's like it's the equivalent if you take the first mission from Call of Duty 4, the middle mission of Modern Warfare 2, and the last mission of Modern Warfare 3, and just extended them to an hour-and-a-half long film. That's precisely the plot of this movie. Basically, a terrorist cell is going to try to sneak in some terrorist-trained Filipinos, I think, and strap them with, I don't know, like bombs that shoot like these type of balls, which apparently can't be detected by metal detectors. And reluctantly, the main target is going to be, where else? Las Vegas. I was kind of rolling my eyes and thinking, wow, out of anywhere they could have picked, they decided to pick the very city I live in. I mean, I was expecting somewhere where like Los Angeles or Chicago or Detroit, or heck, why not New York? I mean, New York's got enough problems as it is. Now another major gripe I had with this movie that I actually had with another movie I really like called The Expendables, which that was also good, but I had one major problem, is that Active Valor only focuses on 2 members of this team. We'll call him Squad Commander and his buddy. That's it. I mean, they're narrating the whole movie, or for like the first like 20 minutes, I'm guessing. Every time they kind of focus on the family. And that's really my main problem with some of these team-based movies, is that they fail to focus on the team. They focus only on these 2 characters. If you're going to make a team movie, make it about the team. Like, you only see the other members, you get like a little ID where it shows you who they are for like one scene they're all together, and then they're joking around right before they're about to do their Halo jump, and then after that you can't tell who's who. You don't know who's getting injured, you don't know who's shooting, you don't know who's doing what, but all you know is that these 2 main guys are there, and I really hate it when movies do that. And I guess another final gripe I have with this movie is that it feels too much like trying to do what Battle Los Angeles did, but even worse, by trying to make it one long promotion for the Navy SEALs, just as Battle Los Angeles was supposed to be one long just commercial for the Marine Corps, which both of them failed. Trust me, I have no intention on joining either one of these groups anytime soon. And to be honest, to all my fellow gamers, I'm telling you right now, you will get out more out of this game, and hell, even this game than you will out of this movie. I mean, as a movie that kind of plays out like a video game for the most part, they really just, they don't add enough. I mean, these games might be corny and are only based off of set pieces, but at least there's enough action and enough time in between them to kind of keep you still wanting to know what's going to happen next. But this movie, it just doesn't work. As much as I would love to give this just a higher score out of respect, I can't give Active Valor no more than a 7.5 out of 10. Kind of mediocre. Most critics will hate on it. People who are really patriotic will probably give it like a perfect 10 or 9. I'm going to try to stay as close to the middle with respect as I personally can. Again, I apologize if this review did sound a little bit more negative than positive. As I've said before, I did enjoy this movie and I stand by the rating I give it. If you like this review, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe up top. And as always, I will see you next time. This is Brian from 3TR signing out.